for how long I was blacked out. People around me are looking so strange. Everything around me looks strange. Am I still alive? Or am I dreaming this? I feel no pain, except some random head reminders when I try to look around. What happened? And why am I lying here? Where are my friends? Are they alive? Before I could completely freak out, a strange and large animal approached me and licked my face with its rather large tongue. For a brief moment, I had a thought about screaming like a little girl, but the creature's warm eyes and peaceful presence were somehow enough to calm me down before I could embarrass myself. He woke up. I heard somebody talking. A moment later, I noticed a foggy presence slowly coming in my direction. The sun was directly behind him, so I couldn't see his face. I felt no fear, however, but the whole scene was still pretty confusing. The wind blew and moved the treetops, covering the annoying sun, and then I recognized my hero. "How are you feeling?" he asked me with a slow and deep voice. "Good, I guess." I didn't know what else to say. He smiled and said, "You are very lucky to be alive, just as much as your friends." I was more than glad to hear this news, but I still did not know why they would even be dead. Chen noticed my confusion and gave an order to the others around us to go. After petting his animal for a second, obviously forming thoughts to update me, he asked me if I am able to walk. To be honest, I felt no pain in my legs or anywhere, so I just got up and started walking around a bit. Chen made a very happy expression and mumbled something along the "damn, I am too good" lines. A few seconds later, I could feel a huge and strange bump on my back. Whatever that was, I was sure that Chen was the main reason for me still being able to walk. I didn't want to test my limits by running, so I just went back to Chen and gave him a brief sign that I am ready. He climbed on his animal and gave me a hand to jump on it too. After at least 10 minutes of riding in silence, going through some woods and strange places, we've arrived to what looks like Chen's camp. Once we approached his tent, I could hear some familiar voices from within. "There are some people who would like to see you," Chen said. I moved so I could enter. On the other side of the room, I could see Jack, John, and Liz sitting around the round table and drinking something. Liz dropped her cup after seeing me and ran directly into me and hugged me as hard as she could. This whole scene was so confusing for me. I could even see some tears in Jack's and John's eyes from across the room, and they really never cry. Was I really that close to dying? What happened, guys? For some reason, I said that last thing out loud and stunned my friends for a moment. Chen jumped in and explained that my memory will restore over time, and that I should not think too much about it. He pointed us to the table and went into another room, coming back shortly with some drinks and food. He also brought a big pipe, filled it with something and gave it around to try it out. One smoke was enough to fill my body within a piece and ease my head pain. Chen filled our cups and plates and made a very serious face. "What you're about to hear should never leave this room. And in any case, even if you do talk about it, nobody will believe you. Actually, you won't believe me too for a moment, but you don't have any other choice. You guys are in great danger, so hear me out.